Hello and welcome to a Roundtable server meeting. Thank you all so much for coming. It's great to see you all. I appreciate you attending. Today, I just want to go over a few important things that we should all know going forward about the server, how we work here together in the server as a team, also some of the exciting things that are happening in the server now and in the future. For the most part, this is a really good news meeting. There's a lot of really positive, good news stuff happening in the server right now. I want to let you guys all know about. Some of you guys were at the staff meeting yesterday. Some of you were not. So I'm going to begin by going over what we covered in the staff meeting yesterday. So just do that quickly. First of all, we're going to be creating a pub channel. The pub channel will have a relaxed over talking rule. It's basically for people who want to have more of a casual party type atmosphere and not be bound by the extremely strict voice chat rules that we usually have. Those rules will be in place most of the time, but it's for people who maybe have had a few drinks or late night hours, just want to kind of unwind. So it will be a video chat enabled room, and obviously all other rules will remain in effect. So family vibe will always be in effect. No slurs will always be in effect. Respect and politeness and all that will be in effect. However, we won't be as strict about the over talking and stuff, and it will basically be a place for people who've had a few drinks, who want to hang out with other people who've had a few drinks or whatever, and just have a more casual atmosphere. So we will be shortly creating the pub channel. We will be recreating the thin ice role. The thin ice role will be applied to anybody who's been banned but given a second chance in the server. So that will basically just indicate if someone has the thin ice role and you see that they have the thin ice role and they misbehave in any way, they should be instantly banned. It means you have no chances left. Way to think about the thin ice role is like in Mario, you got one mushroom left. It's your last life. So there's no second chances. You got that thin ice role, you have to be on perfect behavior. More exciting news is that we have a new system for creating social media accounts for the roundtable. Basically, what we're asking people to do is we're asking you to choose a social media account or a social media system, like a social media platform that you personally like or are interested in. You then are automatically approved to create a roundtable social media account. So Lady Jade has created the Instagram roundtable. Ronan has created the BitChute roundtable. Ratbread has created the Facebook roundtable. And our friend I'm Your Counselor has created the roundtable Minecraft server. So thank you for doing that. Also, the Dex has created the roundtable Twitter account. So if anybody else has another social media platform that they're aware of that they would like to take charge of, you just make your own social media account. You make sure you call it something like the Roundtable Discord server or the Roundtable Discord. You make sure that you include a invite link to our Roundtable Discord server so that anybody who finds your social media account will be channeled into the Roundtable Discord server. And we also ask that you will upload all of our Roundtable podcasts and our Roundtable original RT art into that account as content, so that whatever place you find us, you'll find our original RT art and you'll find our podcasts. This will have many benefits. One, it will funnel more people to the server. And two, it will mean all of our Roundtable podcasts and content will be seen by more people in more places. So I want to invite anybody to step up and create a Roundtable themed server. Obviously, those servers have to have the same standards of ethics and conduct that we have here. So no slurs, no racism, nothing inappropriate, no everything safe for work on whatever platform you use. But I just wanted to inform you guys that Valen has created the Parler account. So we now have the Parler account, the Facebook account, the Instagram account, the Twitter account, the Minecraft server, and the BitChute. And if anyone else wants to step up and create another one, please do so. Just all you have to do is make sure you send the login credentials to myself, Shogun, and also to Tech, but not to anybody else. That will just allow us to take over that account if for some reason you step away or you don't want to do it anymore. What else did we cover at that staff meeting that might be important? Maybe nothing else. So I wanted to tell you guys about something pretty exciting. I've mentioned this before, but there's been further discussion. We have an investor who really wants to invest in the roundtable and actually take us to the next level and actually fund us to have our own like podcast studio. This is apparently a pretty serious offer. It is conditional on certain things panning out, but this person literally wants to invest in us and basically set us up with a system kind of like what Joe Rogan has or what Alex Jones has, like an actual studio. So this is both a huge compliment and a huge opportunity for us. If for some reason it doesn't, pan out or it doesn't come through, no big deal, that's fine, but it looks like it very well probably will. So that's something to be excited about. In general terms, we are now resuming daily podcasts. So we're going to be doing one, and I'm thinking actually 2 podcasts every day. So we'll probably be recording one podcast in the earlier part of the day, like between noon and 2 or noon and 4. And then the regular podcast time will be 8 p.m., just like it was in the past. We did our first new podcast since I came back today. It was a really interesting one about Ouija boards and demons. So I recommend you listen to that when it's available if you can. I forgot something important for those of you who haven't heard already. I was away for a couple of weeks. I'm really sorry about that. It was completely not my choice. I had no control over it. And I just want to apologize for that. And I want to reiterate that, I love you guys. I love this server. I love everybody in it. This is my family. This is my home. And I would never just walk away without saying goodbye or leave without putting things in place if I had a choice. So I really apologize if that caused any stress or if that caused any confusion. Just understand it wasn't my choice, and I got back here as soon as I can. And I want to reiterate, I'm really happy to be back, and it's really nice to see all you guys again. And I love you guys, and it's good to be back. I also wanted to say that I'm really happy with how you guys handled everything while I was away. There may have been some turbulence, there may have been some confusion or some stress with me not being around. That's understandable since I've been here from morning till night every single day since the server was created. So obviously me abruptly disappearing for 2 weeks caused a little bit of stress, and I really feel bad about that, and I apologize for that. Again, I had no control over it, but I still want to tell you I'm sorry for that. And again, I just want to say I'm really proud and happy with how the server carried on without me, how podcasts continued to be created, Church of Camelot carried on, activity continued, etc. I will never leave the server if I'm not dead or otherwise taken away by uncontrollable circumstances. So I'm back to stay, and we have a lot of big plans for the server. One of those is just simply server growth. We're currently at about 3,230 members, which is really good. I think we can easily hit 4,000 members. So I just want to ask everybody here in this room to just take some time today and send a few invites to a few of your friends. It's really not that hard, and everyone's going to be happy to come to the server. You guys know this is a great server, so your friends are going to be happy that you invited them. And the more members we have, the more activity we have, the more diverse opinions we have. So please do take some time and invite your friends and contacts. And remember, we don't ask you to filter who you invite. Invite anyone and everyone. Even if you think they're bad people or shitty people, invite them. We'll sort them out on our end. So bring everybody you can in. I'm your counselor. Thank you for making the Minecraft server. We want to have gaming teams and stuff like that. So if anybody else has game that they like World of Warcraft or, I don't know, Counter-Strike, we want to make roundtable gaming teams. So we're going to do that. I need to give a special shout out to Scientist. He has done some incredible graphic designs for us. And this stuff is really, really dope. And we're going to be putting that in our merchandise and launching our web store. I think we can commit to getting that web store up in, let's say, not later than 3 weeks from now. So if you haven't seen it yet, Scientists can post it in general or whatever, but some of the stuff he's done is going to look fantastic on really white or black, but especially on a black hoodie or a black sweater. I'll be the first one to order one for sure. I definitely want a hoodie with that fucking logo on it. It's badass. I think you should do it. We should offer it both with and without the knight in the middle because it looks cool either way. But we'll be having a roundtable web store with merchandise in the next few weeks. Let's see here. I also want to thank Magical Bum for his good work while I was away. Everybody knows that he took a step back from the server and stepped away. That's completely fine. If anybody ever feels they need to do that, this is a volunteer organization. If you feel stressed out, you need a break, that is 100% fine. But I just want to thank him for his good work holding the fort down while I was away. Same goes for all of you. Now, sorry if I'm talking a little bit fast. Just a few general things. Some things that people don't seem to know about their responsibilities. Every single new member who joins the server needs to be receiving a welcome message, custom welcome message with original RT art. We have a huge collection of awesome RT art. So you need to say welcome and include a piece of RT art. And if you want to go a step above, like a Mega Logos, you should direct people to like read the rules channel, read the Arthurian Legend channel, read the About channel. So we want to make sure that every single new member gets like a warm, special, custom welcome. What we're going to need to do is have everybody who has created a new social media platform, we're going to need to announce all of those in the announcements channel. So somebody's going to have to make an announcement, add everyone. And again, all announcements must always be accompanied by RT art. But we need to say, hey, look, we have this new Facebook page. We have this new Instagram page. So if you have announcements perms, and you made a new channel, please make sure that you make and add everyone announcements in announcements and show people where they can find that Facebook page or that Instagram page. I also want to thank Ronan again, and I want to mention for anyone who doesn't know, Ronan is now a licensed and certified photojournalist, and he has volunteered his services as the Roundtable's first Roundtable reporter, which means that the Roundtable is now a literal grassroots media organization, and he's going to be doing stuff like going and investigating the riots that are happening in the states or the autonomous zones. So this is really very cool. It means that the Roundtable is now a media organization that's doing original on-the-ground reporting. Even better than that, we're actually going to be creating documentaries. Dr. Weird is going to be working with us to produce an actual video documentary that we're going to be airing on the Roundtable. And with the help of Ronan, we could also produce other documentaries. Let me think, what else did I want to cover? So we also have to update the rules channel so that it will actually reflect the family vibe policy. Has to be actually explicitly listed there. For those of you guys who don't know what the family vibe policy is, the server has a family vibe policy that is binding and mandatory. And what it means is we treat each other like a family. And what that means is with respect, with love, with friendship. So this is a server where we can't be arguing, we can't be bickering, we can't be fighting, we can't be disrespecting each other. Okay, so we need to be treating each other really, really nicely and really, really well. Now, for the most part, we do a good job of that, but there is still times when we get argumentation, we get fighting, we get toxicity. That has to stop. So if there's a member that you don't like or you're not getting along with, just stop talking to each other. It's really that simple. Like, you don't need to go back and forth. If someone's getting under your skin, just talk to somebody else. Just drop it, okay? And also, if at any time in the general chat you're seeing arguments or toxic fighting, not only does that need to stop, and if it's not stopping, like, other members need to say, hey guys, knock it off, remember the family vibe policy, but mods actually need to be deleting those arguments, right? We don't want people to be reading through and seeing those fights. So if a fight or an argument actually happens, it needs to actually be deleted from the general chat, and so there's no record of it, because we don't want toxic conversations to be in our general chat at all. So not only stuff that violates TOS or Nazi stuff or racist stuff or NSFW stuff, mods need to be deleting stuff like you're a bitch or fuck you, or like anything that's like bickering or fighting. It actually needs to be deleted, okay? Now, I know that there's been some concerns with the mods that they're missing certain perms that they think are important. As far as I know, that is what exactly? You guys want role perms, right? And what else?
Role perms would be useful, like you said today.
And is there any other perms that you're missing that you guys think you need?
I'm just gonna look up perm list real quick.
I don't know if you guys got audit log. Audit log
For some
super
reason,
important.
Well, we asked Tech about that yesterday, and he said that he didn't want to open those up yet. I'll ask him about that, and I'll ask him specifically why, and I'll ask him if we can change that policy. But you guys do currently have mute perms, correct?
Yeah, we should. I can't view it though. If we have roles, we'll be able to view it. One thing we could add, right, and this is all for up to debate, is you can do a thing where it's priority speaker. I forget exactly, but I think is if you have the priority speaker, there's a second thing that pops up where if you click it, my voice becomes louder than everyone, and everyone's voice gets lowered. So like if I need a mod, I can just put on priority speaker. Like there's a big fight, I just go hey, and everyone will hear my voice above anyone else's, no matter how loud they yell.
Yeah, I don't think that is necessary. We have a very strict over talking rule. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows they have to follow it. Everybody knows that they have to go quiet if a moderator is talking. I don't think we need a bot to enforce that. People who don't understand that are not following the rules, and people who don't follow the rules are going to get muted anyway. So I don't really see a reason for that.
It's not a bot. It's a perm. Like I get it.
I think we already have it, but you have to set it up in your profile to make it work.
Yeah, I have it set up. So you can see me talking now like that. Now, if I go to priority, I start talking like that with the dot beside me.
Yeah, and everyone else is quieter.
So you already have it, and if you need to know how to use it, just ask Mr. Dawson and he'll explain it to you. But let's just remember the rules are super important, right? No over talking. Everybody knows that. I want to take a minute to just reiterate this. Our server needs to be like without toxicity. This has always been the rule, but like there can be no fighting, there can be no arguments, there can be no meanness, right? So insulting each other is not allowed. Even if you think you're friends and you think it's like joking and fun, you can't call each other fat, you can't call each other ugly, you can't call each other stupid, you can't call each other idiots, you can't call each other, anything negative, okay? Like our server has to be completely positive. And there has been an issue where even mods have sometimes been forgetting this. So again, if you don't like someone, just don't talk to them or be nice to them. This is literally like your mom said, right? You got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. So even if you're friends and you think it's like friendly teasing, the problem with that is other people aren't going to know that, first of all. So if you have a friend that you think it's funny to call them fat or something like that, other people are going to see that and think you're being really mean. And also, the person may act like they're okay with that. They may actually not be okay with that. You might actually be hurting their feelings. So I just want to make this clear. You cannot call each other names. And this isn't just mods. Like nobody can call each other names. Nobody can call each other stupid. And if you see squires or pages doing this, you tell them to stop and you delete what they said. So let's say one squire says to another squire, fuck you, you're gay, or fuck you, you're an idiot. First of all, you tell them stop that, that's not allowed. And second, you actually delete that message. And secondarily, if you're a mod, that you can't be doing that, okay? This is not in reference to anyone specific, but just a reminder, no slurs of any kind are ever allowed. It doesn't matter what the slur is, doesn't matter how obscure it is, and no variations of slurs are ever allowed, right? So our server has to be pristine, it has to be essentially perfect, okay? This is required. Now, we are going to make sure that mods have whatever perms they actually need. I know that this is like a big issue. This is going to require me to have a private conversation with Tech since he was unfortunately not able to make this meeting, but I've already set that up with him. We will be talking. I'll be telling him that the mods really want role perms and they need mute perms, which I guess you already have. And I will reiterate how much you guys want audit log perms. I'm not sure why that's important or even what that's for. It doesn't matter, but I'll make it clear that that is something that's considered important. I just had a thought. I don't want to forget it. Mute perms. Oh yeah. So last night, unfortunately, Omega Logos is not here, but I guess there was a little bit of a raid, and there was like some trolls that came, and I guess he just kept kicking them, and so they just kept rejoining. And so what you see then in the chat is these same people rejoining over and over again, and it leaves a record of each time they join. That needs to be deleted, right? So if people are rejoining as trolls, you need to actually delete the message where it says, welcome troll 1, welcome troll 2, nice to have, that little Discord message. You actually need to delete those. But also, you should never be kicking people because kicking does nothing. So this is something I've said a million times, and I'm going to say it again. If there is a member who is causing problems, you go manage user, assign role, mute, and you assign the mute role. Okay, this is the equivalent of a ban. This will prevent them from causing any trouble whatsoever. So you don't kick them, you mute them, and you do it by assigning the mute role. This is what we use instead of bans. So everybody understand this? Is there anybody who has any confusion about this?
No confusion. We just need role perms to be able to do that.
So are you
You know
telling
what?
me that, are you telling me that you currently can't do that? Because I don't think that's true.
No, we
Can-
we fucking can't, Shogun. Like I can't. If I were to click right now on Coco's thing, he's a page. If I am to left click, I am about to hover over roles. I can only view his page. I'm clicking on it right now furiously. I cannot remove page. I cannot add any other roles. I've said this multiple times.
Okay, because I've already messaged Tech and said it's absolutely essential that mods have mute perms, and he confirmed that. So I don't know why that hasn't been changed. So I will definitely ensure that that is the case, because it is absolutely essential that all mods have mute perms, because that's essentially the only way that you can deal with trolls and other people. So I don't know why that perm is not currently there. It makes no sense to me, but I will make sure that that is fixed. Now, when I talk to Tech, is there anything else that I should be, pushing him on here?
Can you respond
Well-
with words sometimes other than just reactions? Because sometimes it's time sensitive stuff, right? Or it's important server issues, and all we get is the Knight of the Round Table galloping, and that doesn't answer questions we have.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just Tech. I mean, I will ask him to be a little bit more communicative, but I mean, he's that way even with me. He's always been that way. But I will ask him to be a little bit more communicative and a little bit more responsive, because I kind of know how to interpret his emoji language, but I understand that you guys probably don't.
Well, Shogun,
yeah.
sorry. So I'm sorry for joining late. You were you were saying, if you need perms for something, right, ask Lancelot. And obviously, every question you ask isn't going to be granted. But I have asked a number of things that he overheard while we were talking, and I get the emoji, but I don't get anything else. So it's not actually a very effective way of getting things done, because you put in a suggestion and nothing happens.
Yeah, I don't know why that Lancelot is being somewhat unresponsive right now, so I will definitely be talking to him about that, and I will ensure that these things actually have to get done, because I was expecting him to actually make the pub roll last night and all that, and that didn't happen. So I've already told him we need to talk voice, and we will do so, and I will let him know that he needs a little bit more communicative, and that he should not be withholding perms, because I want my mods to have perms. Because if my mods have perms, they can actually do good stuff for the server. I don't know why exactly this has been shut down so hard. I guess it has something to do with Aviation, Belushi, and Danny, and Data, and a whole series of mods who went rogue and did things to hurt the server. I guess if I had to interpret it, he's a little bit gun shy, because he had his 18,000 member server deleted one time, so now he's hyper security concerned, but it's taking it too far. So I will be talking to him and letting him know that anyone of Knight of the Round Table rank who is requesting perms that are not of a direct risk to the server need to be basically automatically approved. And if that's not going to be the case, then I'll just have to be the one to assign those perms or whatever myself, if this system is not working. So I acknowledge that currently the system has not been working, so I apologize for that. I thought I know he's been busy. He does work, and well, I don't want to go into his private business, but some people also have health conditions and so forth as well. So give the benefit of the doubt there, perhaps. But I will make sure that you guys all have mute perms. I will make sure that anyone who wants to do good work on the server is able to do so. I'm not sure exactly why or for what reason audit log permissions are so important, nor do I know why they are being denied. But all of this I will talk to Tech about. So the basic things I wanted to talk about is just that we're creating all these new social media accounts. So if anyone wants to volunteer to do so, please send me a DM or speak up now to create another one. We'll announce all those so that everybody knows where to find. I want to, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but I want to reiterate, there can be no bickering, okay? Because I was informed that while I was away, there was some bickering among mods, some fighting and some infighting. It just doesn't need to happen, right? We're all a family. We're all friends, all part of the same server. We should all be able to get along. We really should. Like, if you don't like somebody or you don't agree about something, just talk to somebody else. You got 3,230 people to talk to. Don't choose the one person you don't like to talk to, right? Talk to the people that you do like, and then just ignore the person you don't like. Don't fight. Don't bicker. Don't argue, right? It's not allowed. Let's see here. Ronan, do you have an idea of when you're going on your journalism mission?
Yeah, I was hoping that my credentials came in the mail today, but they didn't. So sometime next week they should be here, and just the day I get them, I will let you guys know when I'm gonna go talk to the victims of the chats.
Great. So that'll be a series, basically. It'll be a video series of roundtable reporting run by Ronan. So we're looking forward to that. If anyone else wants to create like a YouTube series or a video series, please do so. That's something I've wanted for a long time. Like anyone who's willing to put themselves on camera, it would be really cool if in addition to the YouTube podcast that we have, if we also had like video shows that people were producing. I don't care what they are. You could read the news, you could sing, you could dance, you could talk politics, you could get drunk on camera. I really don't care. But please consider making your own video show if you're comfortable with that. This is just another general reminder. Let's keep the chat just like clean and friendly and nice and polite and just like not offensive in any way. Which doesn't mean that we can't have interesting, deep, like adult conversations, but just a reminder. In terms of the new ranks, we currently have some Knight Commanders, right? And the Knight Commanders are who? Ronan, NSA. Who are the Knight Commanders? Me. Are you the Knight Commander, Dawson, Richard Dawson?
That would be Anna, NSA, and Sir Polly.
We've
Okay,
got 3 and tech.
And these people have band perms?
Yeah, I
Okay.
literally I can't even use the bot to ban people. So when I ban somebody, I literally just click their name, go to ban, I put my explanation, and it's logged.
Yeah, and that's how I always used to do it too. I never use bots. So I'm glad that we at least have some people who have band perms. I would argue that we should probably have a few more Knight Commanders. I would probably say Richard Dawson. Richard Dawson would be a good Knight Commander, just so we have more people who can ban people if needed. So now that I've said all that, is there anyone else who wants to, bring anything up, ask any questions, make any suggestions, anything like that?
I just got-
I don't understand. You want to go with Ronan? Go ahead.
Go ahead, Rabred.
Just real quick, because we're talking about toxicity. So, we're creating this new pub room with lax rules. So, is that only about over talking? So, I can just like steamroll a conversation if I've had too many, like, and be like totally over talk somebody, but I couldn't call them fat and ugly in a joking way. Is that what we're doing?
Well, no, you can't steamroll someone or overtalk. It's a slightly relaxed thing. Obviously, the concept of not interrupting people is still important. It's still common decency, right? But the point is, like, when people are drunk, it's just harder to enforce the level of discipline that we have normally. Going to be is just a little bit less strict about the over talking, but obviously toxicity, insulting, slurs, these are not going to be allowed anywhere in the pub channel, right?
I have a
Okay,
question.
go
for you.
ahead, Ronan. Go ahead, man.
If Magical Bum / Merlin were to accept, would we reinstate him as a mod? Like, it's up to him, but would you allow it? Just curious.
Yeah, I already talked to Magical Bum. I just well, actually, he's going to be reinstated into Knight of the Round Table rank. I'll do that right now. So
While you're at it too, Shogun, I tried to give Dawson the Knight Commander. I can't do that. I can only strip other knights. So if you want to get Dawson up there too.
If it's your highest,
yeah,
or or
You can't give rank. You can't give your rank. You can only give lower ranks.
I promoted Magical.
Thank you, NSA. So welcome back to Knights of the Round Table, Magical Bum. We're really glad to have you back.
Thank you.
So yeah, so again, one of the big things that is going to happen is we're going to get this merchandise store up and running. I'm going to put a goal of about 3 weeks on it. I'm extremely happy with the original graphic design work that Scientist has done. So again, thank you. We'll use that original one you gave us a long time ago, as well as ones, and we're going to put them on black hoodies, probably black t-shirts, and maybe white t-shirts as well. But thank you for that, Scientist. I do have a question, right? So we do have several monetization platforms active, and people are actually paying into those. Know who's actually managing those monetization accounts right now?
who was the last one who had the and everything, and whose bank account was it linked to?
So as far as monetization goes, Aviator used to be he used to do it, but he's not doing it anymore. Obviously, I had monetization linked to my account just through the Twitch and stuff, but no one's ever donated anything, so that's good. I would personally, I don't know how it would be done, but maybe it would be best, if I think Walmart has like a little like debit card thingy, like where you can put money onto or something. I'm not sure. We can brainstorm about this.
Well, no. I think you're misunderstanding. So we actually have accounts, subscribes to our Patreon, GoFundMe, and people are actually paying into those. But I have to admit, I don't know who actually has access to that money right now. Does anybody know that?
If it was not DOS, I mean, if it was Aviator who had it, if whoever had it last is the one who still has it. So if it was Aviator, unless he canceled everything, he's still getting the money.
Right. So obviously that's stupid. We don't want to be paying money to Aviators. So we need to create new monetization platforms, and anybody who's paying into those platforms needs to stop doing it. And we need to delete those accounts from our website and create new ones, basically.
Yeah, my understanding is that the money that was originally that was in there and stuff like that, when Aviator left, he basically just resent everybody their money who had donated. I don't know about the Patreon or the Subscribestar. This is just something that was told to me probably, I don't know, about a month ago or so. So yeah, we probably should get on the ball or get on top of that.
Yeah, so what we need is a volunteer to delete whatever of those accounts are linked on our server, and then create new ones, and then actually manage those. So again, I don't want to be the one to do that, because I don't take any of the money that's raised through the server, at least not until we're raising like a substantial amount more.
I think that for the time being, until we can get like maybe a council, who could, or whatever, or people who can manage it, I think we should probably defer this responsibility over to Tech. Maybe you can message him and talk to him about that, because he's obviously the most safest and secure when it comes to the server, and then when it comes to like what to do with those funds and stuff like that later on. We could talk to him or, have a meeting about that, but that's my.
Yeah, I'm just concerned though, because that, for example, Trucker Sucker and so Ronan have actually been paying into these accounts, but if nobody has the ability to actually access that money, then that's not very fair to them if they're giving money away that we're not even getting. So for the time being, so what I'm saying is we should be creating brand new monetization platforms, right? Like, it doesn't take long. It takes a few minutes to create like a Patreon or a GoFundMe type page. So is there anyone willing to take on the responsibility of just creating a whole new set of Subscribestar, GoFundMe, Patreon, and then actually managing it and having it linked through their own account? Because obviously it can't be Aviator, right?
Absolutely. What I was thinking was like Magical Bomb, like, would you be willing to do that? Because I feel with the perms that you have right now with within the Merlin account, you should be able to get rid of all that and start them all back up again. I'd be really safe feeling if you were in charge of that.
I agree.
I mean, if you guys want me to, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing
Yes.
it. I can start a new bank account. You know, and I can I can start a new bank account, and you know, and that way, and then give that information to certain individuals like Shogun and such.
Well, again,
you-
so what we need to do is delete from the Discord channel any links to existing Patreon or GoFundMe accounts if we don't have access to them. Now it's possible that maybe tech does have those passwords, but as far as I know, maybe they don't. What I'm thinking is we just delete the links from our server to any of the monetization accounts. Merlin, I'd like Merlin to do it and just manage all of the monetization. So it's all consolidated with one person. Also, it has to be an American, and you're an American, I believe. So then you simply you can create a new bank account if you're willing to do that. That's great. And then you need to create a Patreon account, a GoFundMe account, and a Subscribestar account, and have them all linked to your own bank account. And then you'll be the new treasurer if you're willing to accept that. And please do accept that, because it's really important that somebody does. And I think we're all comfortable with it being you.
If it's too much responsibility, Merlin, I could try. I haven't done this before, but I'm willing to look into doing Patreon and then just sign it over to you. But if you know how to do it already, you think you can do it. I won't bother.
I think Merlin can handle it. It's extremely simple. So Merlin, will you accept the responsibility of creating a Subscribestar, GoFundMe, and Patreon accounts, and then creating your own? I know this is quite a bit of work for you, and then creating a new bank account and being the treasurer for the server, because that would be an enormous help.
No, yeah, I'll do it for sure. You know, and yeah, I'm okay with doing that. Yes. I don't think it's
Thank
too much
you. I appreciate
responsibility
that.
for me. But I do appreciate it.
So Magical Bum is now the official Roundtable server treasurer, and he will handle all Roundtable revenues. So again, I know I'm repeating myself, but I just want to be clear. You have essentially 4 jobs, Magical Bum. First, you create a Patreon account, then you create a Subscribestar account, then you create a GoFundMe account, and then you create a new bank account. Probably the bank account should actually be first. But so you have to make 4 things, right? A bank account, and then the 3 monetization platforms. And then you need to post in our RT supporters channel that information so that people can donate money that we can actually access and use, because there's good stuff we could do with that money right now. For example, if Ronan is going to be doing like on the ground reporting, he actually has to pay for his own travel costs and stuff like that. So if we're bringing in revenues, we could use some of that money to pay him to go and actually do reporting. We could use some of that money to actually produce the documentary that we're doing with Dr. Weird, and the documentaries that we can produce with him. So thank you. That's extremely, extremely useful. We should have dealt with this monetization issue. I'm sorry for my heels on it. And then there's also other things we can do with that money, especially once the store comes in, we'll actually be like substantial amounts of money. We could even use that to help certain members in need and people who may not live in their garage. It would be nice to, you know, send a little care package to someone like that once in a while. We could donate to charities that we all agree on. We could buy equipment or services for the server. And actually on that point, I've said this before, right? But one of my biggest dreams is to get all of our YouTube podcasts and actually upload them on podcast apps, right? This is super important because we now have more than 100 podcasts, and the YouTube channel actually is getting good traction. I think 200 subscribers, and like NSA's podcast has been listened to 1,000 times. Several of them have been listened to 300, 400 times. That's pretty good, but that's YouTube. If we had those on actual podcast apps like Podcast Addict, Podbean, you know, they would be being heard by way more people. So is there anybody who can take the lead in figuring out how to make Podcast Addict or Podbean account and getting our YouTube podcasts uploaded onto that? We'll just have to wait until someone's, you know, available to do that job. But I really have a dream of that, because we produce more than 100 podcasts and people are actually listening to them. but I'm a podcast listener, and I don't listen to podcasts on YouTube. I listen to them on like Podcast Addict and Podbean, etc. It would be really, really cool if we could get all of our podcasts loaded onto Podcast Addict and Podbean. They'd be heard by a lot more people.
Yeah, like I just figured out that friggin' the Craig Horse or the Craig Record. So that's like where you go to after you do the Craig bot and you download the link and you put it in your own format, right? And then I just figured out how to upload that today. But I've never been on any of those apps or those sites.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty simple. Like just Google Podcast Addict or Podbean, like create an account, use an email thing. You know, it's just like anything. Sign up with an email account, and it'll walk you through it. So if somebody can do that, that would be great. But in the meanwhile, you guys have created a BitChute account, so you can upload all our YouTube videos to BitChute. And I believe, I don't know if you can upload YouTube videos to Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, but if you can, please do so. Now I want to ask, I am your counselor. I don't know Minecraft, but can you take charge of like developing the Roundtable Minecraft server? I don't know, building like Roundtable fucking whatever the hell people do in Minecraft.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get all the plugins set up. I'm gonna get all the ranks set up. I'm gonna have a friend come on and build the spawn. I'm gonna get all the building perms set up. I used to run a lot of Minecraft servers. I'll just get everything set up. I'll tell you this
Thank
though. So the cost of the server, which I'll cover for a couple months, and if you guys want to take over, then that's on you. But I don't really have a problem with it. But the cost of the server is like $20. But this is where the fun gets pretty nice with Minecraft. So I can put the server up on a website and advertise the server. The best part about Minecraft is a lot of people want to join new servers really fast, and I can link the Discord in the chat and have it reoccurring. So I could get a lot of people on the Discord really fast through the Minecraft server. But I don't know what the age demographic of those people are going to be, and I don't know what you're comfortable with. So,
well, the Discord rule is that you have to be 13 years or older. So as long as people are 13 years or older, then they're welcome on our server. But that sounds fantastic. Thank you so much for doing that, and that sounds great. If you can use Minecraft as a way to bring people to the server, then that's fantastic. Please do so. Also, I see that you're already a donator, so thank you for being a donator. And thank you very much for covering the cost of the Minecraft server for the time being. I really appreciate it. And this is why it's so important that we get the monetization shit sorted out. We've been wasting a lot of money by not doing this earlier. So that's why Magical Bum, your responsibility here is really key, because when you start actually getting that money into a bank account, we can use it to run our Minecraft server. We can use it to help Ronan go on his journalistic expeditions, and we can use it to cover any initial costs for the merchandise store, etc. So that's going to enable a lot of stuff. So at this point, does everybody understand what their particular responsibility is right now? Like, I'm going to go through it real quick. So Dex, you run Twitter, right? So you're going to be uploading our podcasts and our RT art and other content to Twitter, and you're going to be also linking the Discord server through Twitter, correct?
Yep.
Fantastic. Thank you. Ratbread, you're going to be creating the Roundtable Facebook group, and you're going to be including links to our Discord server. And if possible, you're also going to be posting our original RT art and our YouTube there as well. Is that correct, Ratbread?
Please come back to me. I'm in the middle of air compressors. Sorry.
All right. Sir Pauly, I believe that you're helping Ratbread with the Facebook page, correct?
Yes, sir.
And are you also handling the BitChute, or is that Ronan?
Ronan's got that. I didn't realize he had created one, but I can help him out on that as well. Okay,
so you're going to be helping Ratbread with the Facebook page, and since Ratbread apparently is, I don't know, huffing gas or something right now, can you... Can you make sure that links to the Roundtable Discord are on the Facebook page, and also, if possible, well, it should be possible, the YouTube channel as well, right?
BitChute, yes, absolutely.
Well, the YouTube channel as well, right? So if you're part of the Facebook page, you should be able to include a link to our YouTube channel where all our podcasts are in the Facebook page. That's got to be possible, right?
Oh yeah, I'll make sure that between Rap Bread and I will get all our links up there on that Facebook page for sure.
And great. And now, Sir Christopher Robin, you are serving as peer support. I know that you're providing conflict resolution and peer support. Is there any other responsibilities that you either have or wish to have?
I've asked Lancelot if he would give me access to the emojis because there are people who have made specific requests. I think someone wants a Dana White emoji, and I know I deleted a couple that people liked before, but that won't happen. I'll just prune like the ones that I added that won't be used.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can,
okay. And I wanted to acknowledge something. So Merlin had reviewed the activity of all the different mods, and he had pointed out, Snarl, that you had done an extraordinary amount of work, actually. You had done like 400 different things for the server. So
over
I want to thank
1,000 or so.
Yeah, so I want to thank you for that. You've done a lot of work for the server, Sir Christopher Robbins. So thank you very much for that.
No problem. I think a lot of those numbers are like inflated from adding one emoji and then replacing it with a different one. But in any case, yeah, it was pretty much a whole day I spent on trying to give people a way to express themselves more creatively. So thanks for appreciating it.
The upgrade of the emojis. Appreciate that very much. That actually reminds me of another point. Another reason that we need the monetization intact is because we need to keep our boost levels high so that we always have some of our emojis are currently not available, for example. So another thing that we need to do with the money that we raise through our different monetization platforms is make sure that we always keep a max server boost level. So again, this is all very important measure, and that we bring in that money and use it to keep our server boost levels high, as well as all these other things. So that's just a reminder.
One other thing, and at the risk of like just begging for perms or whatever, but one of the other things that people came to expect from me when I had the perms and are still asking me for is the creation of new like political or philosophical roles. Like I know I'm your counselor wants an anti-politics role, and I would be happy to create that for him and manually apply the roles that we haven't added to the self-selection thing.
I want to be very clear here. I've heard what you guys are saying about the roles and the perms, and I will be talking to tech, and I will be making sure that the appropriate people are getting these perms. So you don't need to worry. This will be happening. Tech is a hard guy to get on the phone. He's busy. But I promise you that I will be talking to Tech, and I will be telling him to give Sir Christopher Robin perms. And actually, here's what I'm going to ask you, right? Anyone who requires perms for a specific purpose, please send me, Shogun, a DM now or today, listing exactly what you want to do and exactly what perm you need. And then I will talk to Tech in person on the phone, so he can't just reply with an emoji. And I will tell him which people need which perms, and I will insist that he gives you those perms. Okay.
Yep. Thanks.
Now,
So, oh, good. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Redbread.
Did you say
Go ahead, Redbread. Yeah, I said go ahead.
I'm back. Yes. I appreciate it, Polly, you offering to be a moderator with me. I took this on myself, so I'm gonna do it. And if I need your help, thank you. I will accept it. And I also wanted to ask Lady Jade if she would like to be a moderator there, just for like in case something happens to me and we need access, but you don't have any responsibilities unless you want to. You'll have permissions.
Sure.
Okay. So
Okay.
great, and thank you. So Lady Jade, in addition to managing, also be a moderator on the Facebook page. Now, I skipped Richard Dawson there. So Richard Dawson, you are a level head. You are a good content creator. You are just a generally wise and balanced person. Is there any responsibilities that you have that you want to make explicit or that you are willing to volunteer for?
No, I mean, excuse me. No, I mean, I guess once you get Tech on or you get around to it, just make me a knight commander, and I'll handle things from that end.
Okay, I'm gonna promote you or strongly nominate you for a knight commander role. Great. Scientist, again, thank you so much for the incredible roundtable original graphic art that you've done. It's only fair that a substantial amount of profits from the merch store goes back to you as the original artist. So, well, me and you can talk about what would be fair, but obviously some of the money that we raise has to be going back to you because you're the one who created the art. So, and also if you want to continue creating more, obviously it's hugely appreciated because not only can we use it in the merch store, we can also use it for welcome messages and for other roundtable announcements and so forth. And again, I want to reiterate how fucking love the most recent one you did, the black and white one. I actually think I like the one without the knight in the middle better, but both of them look fantastic. But I could not be happier with that graphic design. So thank you, dude.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Yeah, anytime, man. Expect some more too. I'm gonna be working on some more designs and stuff. And yeah, as far as whatever's appropriate for money, dude, don't even care. You can go ahead and decide that. So, or we can discuss it later. Not even.
Yeah, me and you will have a call percentage that's fair because obviously that kind of work needs to be compensated. So Sand Saint, we've just been talking about what people's responsibilities are. So you obviously are a good peacemaker. You're a good counselor. Good at kind of mediating, but are there any responsibilities that you have that you want explicit or that you're willing to volunteer for right now?
At this moment in time, bro, like I'd rather just concentrate on getting enough information so I could do some podcasts with you, like about Warhammer if anyone wants to. So other than that, my moderating side, like all I need really is just I'm happy with what I've got at the moment. I'm happy to jump into conversations and like try and keep the peace. So I don't need anything specific at the moment until I can start, jumping on a lot more and, finding that. So, yeah.
So I just want to say that, at least in my opinion, the server's official peacemaker, right? Snarl is also an official peacemaker. So Sand Saint, you are an official peacemaker. You can call yourself a mediator, counselor, peacemaker. Also, you're someone that's pretty good at calming me down when I get riled up. So you have, if I ever get out of line, which hasn't been happening nearly as much since I got born again and drinking and so forth. But if I'm ever out of line, Sand Saint, I want you to know that you have official permission to like tell me I'm out of line or correct me or tell me to chill out. Like you're someone that I'll always be able to accept that kind of advice from. So you can also consider yourself one of the official Shogun handlers if you're comfortable with that.
Handlers.
And no, I'd love to be, I honor that respect and, I'd give that to everyone as a brother, you know what I mean? Like everyone who's here, I'll be able to do that for.
I know you will. And so that'll be your role and that'll be your contribution. Ronan, we already know that you're the official table reporter. You're also a moderator. Is there any other responsibilities that you have that you're explicit or that you'd like to volunteer for?
I'm quite enjoying editing videos, and I hope that here in the near future I can move forward with the documentary with NSA. I don't know if that requires any extra perms, but I'm pretty happy where I'm at right now, bro.
You want to get that phone call, don't you?
Yeah, honestly, NSA, it's like Resistance you put up, we're making an NSA documentary.
I'm not putting up Resistance. I just it won't be. They won't let it go through.
We'll be the judges of that.
All we can do is try.
We'll decide. We'll decide.
So are you willing to accept guests from us? We wanted to make a care package for you, NSA. I don't know if this is any help to you, but if you can think of some like exotic spices, like about $50 worth that are lightweight and like valuable like food items that you would like, I would like to donate that to you, and I think everybody should give you something that would help you in some way. And if that's not something you want, then I can get you something else. But
actually, thank you for reminding me of that, Redbread. That's an idea that I had as well. I think we should do a care package drive for NSA. just whatever anybody can spare. It could be a book, it could be some clothes, it could be some food, it could be some money, it could be a chocolate bar, it could be a whatever. But I think if anybody has just like some odds or ends lying around that they could spare, we could all donate that to NSA. It could actually make a difference for him in his current situation. So I want to throw that out there for anybody who wants to volunteer for that project.
I need a car.
Yeah, well, we're not going to be able to do that, obviously, but whatever you guys can spare. Now I'm going to keep going through the list here. So Revelations, you're new to the server, so welcome to the server. I'm glad you're here. I can already tell you're a good member. Obviously, I'm not going to ask you to step up to any particular roles or responsibilities right now, so I'm going to pass by you, but welcome to the server. Glad you're here. NSA, I have to insist that you do another podcast. Your first podcast has been viewed 1,000 times. You've done 3 podcasts. They're all very highly viewed. It's been several months since your last one.
You can do it sometime this week.
Thank you. So we're going to do another podcast. Is there any other roles or responsibilities? I mean, you're a night commander now, so that's good. Is there any other roles or responsibilities that you want to make explicit or volunteer for?
No, I mean, I moderate the chat for the most part.
Okay. Well, if you'll agree to 2 things, I want 2 things. 1, we're going to do another podcast this week, and 2, you're not going to fight us on doing the NSA documentary. That's going to happen. I'm not asking your permission. Okay. So Nick Swift, welcome to the server. Nice to meet you.
I legitimately want to, like, if I get like rights to make a movie about this shit or some shit, because I mean it's like a Travis Walton level lights in the sky encounter situation, right? So at some point,
it's going to be incredible.
At some point, I might be able
to. It's going to be incredible.
I might be able to sell the story and do something with it.
We can.
Oh yeah, obviously you'll have some rights,
right? I don't really care about the names of people and all that shit.
Okay, so obviously you're going to have rights to your own story, so no worries there. Nick Swift, you're not moderation, so I'm not going to ask you for any roles or responsibilities, but we're glad you're here. Thanks for coming to the meeting, and thanks for being in the server. Please invite your friends. Valen, you are made, it's called a Parler account, correct? Valen, are you there?
Yeah, that's what he created that.
Oh, hold on. Is Valen there? Is he AFK? Okay, I guess Valen's AFK. But anyways, Valen created the Parler account, so he's going to link all our YouTube videos there. He's going to put our RT content there. MJP, good to see you, man. Are there any roles or responsibilities or volunteer things that you would like to make explicit or volunteer for that you could do to help out the server?
To be honest, right now I'm just kind of keeping up with what's going on. I didn't really have in mind.
Okay, well, all I'd ask from you then is that you be willing to do another podcast with me in the near future. Can you agree to that?
Yeah, we can do something soon.
Is that an obligation to make podcasts? I'm just curious.
Nothing is an obligation, obviously. That's why we're talking about volunteer positions here. However,
Okay.
most members of the server do eventually do a podcast. So over time, if you stay in the server, like I will ask you to do a podcast, but there's no obligations here. This is a volunteer community. So
We can do a podcast right now. I'm very good at talking to people. So
Revelation, I would love to do a podcast with you. And in fact, I would even be happy to do one with you tonight after this meeting if you're interested. So just think about a topic you want to do. It's actually a little bit late for our usual podcast time, but that's not really a problem. So when we do a podcast, what we require is a piece of art and a topic. So
no, I mean, I'm whole wall. If it was me that you were talking to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who's talking? Oh, Howell. Okay. So the point is, everybody in the server is encouraged to do a podcast at least once. So all that is required is a topic and a piece of art, and then a date and a time. So you choose a piece of art or an image that you want. You choose a topic, and you choose a date and time. You DM it to me, and then we'll do the podcast. So you just think about that and send it to me, my DMs, and we can do it anytime.
I
But
I
I'm
have
sorry,
one
we're trying to
topic.
go, we're going through this from bottom to top. I haven't gotten to you yet. Please let me go through this in order. So I was talking
What
to,
is
be
this
quiet.
chat then?
Be quiet. It's not your turn yet. I'm going from bottom to top and I have not yet reached you. Please be quiet until it's your turn. So I was actually talking to MJP. So MJP, would you be willing to do a podcast? MJP, are you there?
Myself. I mean, not tonight, but
No, I'm not saying tonight. I'm just saying in the next little while, in the near future.
yeah, we could do one next weekend if you want.
Okay, so just send me a DM of topic that you might want to talk about. I'd like to talk about, obviously, theology, Catholicism, but if you have a particular topic in mind, just let me know and send me the art. So
Yeah,
that would be great.
How controversial do you want to get? Because
As controversial as you want.
the biggest thing that I've dealt with probably the past 5 years, just reading about things, is like the overlap between like theology and race and slavery and all that stuff. And I guess, because of current events, like this could get like super controversial if you want to do that.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. So
Okay.
just send me a DM with a brief description of the topic and a piece of art that you think would be appropriate and a time and date. And I'll look forward to that podcast. Thank you.
All right.
So now, Magical Bum, you understand your responsibilities as the treasurer, right? You're going to create a bank account and you're going to create 3 monetization platforms. You understand this, right?
Yeah. The platforms are Patreon, Subscribestar. What was the other one? I didn't have a chance to write that
It's
one.
called the GoFundMe, Patreon, and Subscribestar, plus create a bank account, and then you'll be the treasurer.
And what kind? Do you guys have chains in Canada? I want to be able to choose a chain that you're able to get to as well.
TD Canada Trust.
No, it's you're the treasurer. I don't need to have access to it as well. It's you are managing the money. So that's all there is to that. So that's pretty clear. Okay, great. Thank you so much. And again, that one's probably the most important one right now because that one enables many of our other projects.
I wanted to ask
you.
if we have anybody. Do you want me to still do uploads with YouTube? I have no problem doing it.
Yes, please. That's very important as well. So if you're willing to do the YouTube uploads as well, that would be fantastic.
If you could send me the link to the Craig bot list for the last recording you guys did, I can have that uploaded.
Okay. So I think, Paulie, you're the one who has that recording, right?
I do, and it's already up in the RT recorded. I put the art there, the file's there underneath. That's all I could do because I'm not uploading it and doing it professionally to another platform.
Thank you. So Magical Bum, you should be able to take it from the RT podcast channel and upload it to YouTube from there, right?
Yeah. Okay. I see. You sent the it's the whole file. Okay. I'll work with that. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. So Lady Jade, you've taken over the role of the Instagram account, correct?
Yep.
And you understand that you have to include a link to our Discord server and that you will also include a link to our YouTube channel or actually upload the YouTube videos if possible, as well as our RT original art onto that channel, correct?
Yep.
Thank you, Lady Jade. That is very much appreciated. Now, I'm your counselor. You are going to create and fund the Minecraft server, and you're also going to use the Minecraft server to channel members to our Discord server, correct?
Yep.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and consider yourself fast-tracked for nomination tonight. Greg Pill, my friend, are there any roles or responsibilities that you feel that you could contribute to the server, such as may fit your personal proclivities?
Well, I know a little bit about money, so maybe I could do a podcast on personal investing or stock strategies or like a broad overview on the economy, like an economics 101 kind of deal. Also, I know a lot about
that's fantastic. So all I'm going to ask you to do, Greg Pill, is decide what podcast or podcasts that you would like to do. Choose art or images that correspond to those, and then also choose dates and times that work for you and send those to me via DM, and I'll be very grateful for that. Thank you very much. Coco, you are, as far as I know, a new member, so welcome to the server. It's very nice to have you. Thanks for joining our meeting. I won't ask or expect anything of you other than please invite your friends to the server and be as active as possible in voice chat. If you do have any interest in doing a podcast, just DM me topic, image, and time.
Okay, thank you.
Christine, same goes for you. I believe you're new to the server. Welcome to the server. It's very nice to meet you. Thanks for coming to the meeting. Please invite your friends to the server. And if you have any interest in doing a podcast, just DM me topic, image, and time.
Thanks.
Becky, my dear friend, you have never done a podcast, even though you've been here all along. Is there any roles or responsibilities that you would like to volunteer for or make explicit? Becky going once, Becky going twice. All right, I'll talk to you about it in DMs. All right, that concludes this meeting. So thank you all very much. This has been really productive, and I really appreciate each of you volunteering and doing what you do. This is what makes the server so incredible. And let's be honest, this isn't even a Discord server anymore. This is like some kind of organization or some kind of business that very much transcends a Discord server. And that's pretty damn cool. I can guarantee you that when the merchandise store, we've already raised hundreds of dollars, right? We've sold rolls for hundreds of dollars. We've had Instagram models pay us hundreds of dollars to advertise on the server. We've had people donate hundreds of dollars. So we've already been bringing in triple-digit income to the server for quite a long time. Once we get this merchandise out, that's going to become quadruple digits. Like we'll be bringing in thousands of dollars. And that money will all be reinvested into the server, to making documentaries, to paying for hosting podcasts on Podcast Addict and Podbean. We'll make new websites, et cetera, et cetera. So all the money that will be raised will always be reinvested into the organization, right? Or into helping members in need or into charity. So pretty soon we'll either decide whether we're going to make this a not-for-profit, like a license, whatever it is, 401 not-for-profit, or whether we're going to incorporate. I'm not sure if those are mutually exclusive, but we'll definitely do one or the other. But for now, I just want to close with a final note. The most important thing is be nice to each other. Don't fight. Don't argue. Don't bicker. Do not insult each other. Be kind. Say nice things to each other. And also welcome all new members, right? Give them that original roundtable art. Also, if you're an artist, create roundtable art. There's nothing we love more than new roundtable original art. But number one thing is, let's make this the most positive, benevolent, honorable, good-natured, good-hearted organization that ever existed, and especially on Discord. We already are that, but let's just take it to the next level. So before we close the meeting, is there anyone who has any questions, comments, or concerns?
I can say that real quick, that if Ronan, if you need help, or Lady Jade, you need help on whatever you're on, I'll offer my administration help on other platforms. Yeah.
And
Sounds
to
great.
build on top of that, as far as all these, Jade, Ronan, Polly, and the rest of us that are doing social media stuff, I think we should all have our own separate meeting, and I can announce that later on in the week. I think it's very important for all of us to get on the same page as far as uploading stuff and whatnot.
100% agree.
Yeah, there are a couple of events that we have previously too. We just be careful which ones you grab that are up inside the round table.
Sure thing.
Okay, guys. Well, this was an absolutely fantastic meeting. I love and respect and admire each and every one of you. And also, let's get this this meeting uploaded onto the server so that other people can hear it. So whoever made this Craigbot recording, please send it to Merlin, Magical Bum, and then Magical Bum, please post it in night chat and also in general chat.
Perfect. I can do that. I made the bot, so.
Do you want this on BitChute?
Yeah, everything that we do should be on all the different platforms, right? Redundancy breeds resiliency, so everything we do should be on all our different platforms.
All right, sounds good. I just need the recording from you, Polly, or whoever has the Craigbot recording.
Give me about a half hour, and I'll put it up in the RT art, and I'll put it in night chat as well for everybody. And
Okay, sounds good.
I'll link all the nights and nights of the round table.
And Shogun, if you want to go ahead and pick some art for this particular podcast, I will go ahead and add it to the audio and make it a video and post it on BitChute.
Why don't we use the new graphic art that scientists used, since that's new from today?
It's a great idea.
Also, before we go, one person I don't think you got to, Shogun, was Dex. He's a new knight. He's a very competent individual. I don't know if he would also take to, put his 2 cents in, or maybe want to volunteer for anything.
Well, he did already, but when I came to him last time, I think it was AFK. Are you there, Dex?
Oh yeah, I'm right here.
So Dex, you volunteered to run the Twitter page, and you understand that you will link the Discord invite link to the Twitter page, and you will also link the YouTube channel with our podcast to the Twitter page, as well as put up the RT art on the Twitter page, correct?
Yep.
All right, thank you very much. So let's adjourn this meeting. Again, thank you all so much. You guys are amazing. What an incredible team of people. It's such an honor and a privilege to work with you. Let's now jump to roundtable 1 and just have some enjoyable, lighthearted conversation. This has been 2 days of really good meetings, and I'm extremely pleased. Thank you so much.
Bless you all.